Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Never Ending Backlog, Season 1, Episode 2, where we are going to be reviewing Autonauts on Steam. Autonauts is a casual simulation indie automation type game by developer Denki and publisher Curve Games. It was released on October 17th, 2019, with a very positive review rating on Steam. Denki is only known for Autonauts according to Steam. Curve Games has done a lot of other stuff, such as Human Fall Flat or The Kings, which is on my wish list. I really need to do that. Long Mowing Simulator, that's amazing. I've not played that. The Scent, that's also on my wish list as well. So quite a few games. I did play I Am Fish by them on the Xbox, which is a very enjoyable game. If you've never played I Am Fish, think of it as Nemo where you're rolling out of the window of the fish tank. In fact, it seems very identical to Nemo. Like the entire storyline to start off with seems very kind of stolen from, but it's still great. They are physics-based simulation type games for the most part. Um, I will say, Autonauts. I only played it for a brief period of time, but I'm keeping it installed because it's under a gig. That's a win. B, it ran in windowed mode to start off with. So, as you are aware of previous times when I've done reviews, um, technical limitations have always kind of messed me up there. I had a triple monitor NVIDIA surround setup. I have actually gone away from that with my recent kind of update to equipment. I am now using a Samsung Odyssey Ultra Wide 49-inch, and it is phenomenal. It works so much better. It's easier to manage. I'm not as much of a fan of, arranging windows because basically it treats us as two 27-inch monitors compared to what I used to have, which is three 27-inch monitors. So I used to be able to like drag stuff to windows a little bit easier. So this is a little bit more wonky, I'd say, once in a while. But playing games has been a much more seamless experience overall. Um, and Autonauts, like I said, it ran in windowed mode, which I was totally fine with. I actually prefer when games do that, and I can choose to put them in full screen mode to adjust as needed. Um, Overall, really, really fun game, Autonauts. The graphics are super charming. They are kind of a mix of, I would say, mm, I would say, Animal Crossing mixed with Minecraft, obviously, mixed with Harvest Moon slash Stardew Valley, mixed with maybe Roblox. I guess I don't really wouldn't say that as much. It's a unique kind of a kind of a mix there. I mean, according to the description, in Autonauts, you must build, create, and automate. Start by establishing a colony, crafting bots, and teaching them via Scratch style programming to build an ever evolving autonomous paradise of agriculture, industry, and enlightenment. Um, and I definitely got that. The training tutorial for the initial build was great. It walked me through everything I needed to do. It was step by step. It had a nice little checklist saying, like, you have to do X, Y, Z. Very well done. The music is very similar to, I almost think of it as Wii Sports. It's just that really happy, chipper kind of sound that's not, super crazy powerful. It's a happy audio sense. Controls took me a few minutes actually. I'll say it. Picking up items, dropping items, utilizing the items, throwing items, all that type of stuff. But after, about 5 minutes, I was able to get into it pretty quickly. The tutorial really helped with that part of it, though. And I think they did just a great job. They really did. I mean, I started off basically on a randomly procedurally generated island, as all crafting games start. And the tutorial jumped in where I was basically getting helped by a robot. They kind of guided me through the process where I chopped down a tree, used the trees and the resources to craft something from my blueprints. This should all sound very familiar if you've played any other crafting game. But then you also basically start building robots, and the robots will automate tasks for you and start doing stuff like chopping down wood and building stuff and everything along those lines. So it does become a programming sense game, which I really, really enjoyed. I thought it just really clicked for me. And like I said, the graphics paired with actually, the graphics almost remind me of like Mega Man Legends. Um, kind of blocky. There are still angles. Overall, I think it was really, really, really good. Controls, like I said, they are what they are. I don't think they were that difficult. Use WSAD, use the mouse, so on and so forth. But yeah, overall, Autonauts, I would definitely recommend. I definitely see why I got the very positive. If you like crafting games and you like games like Factorio, I think you'd really enjoy Autonauts. Current price for it is, let me go down, $19.99. I have no doubt I bought this in a bundle of something. Um, Probably one on Humble Bundle, I would assume. But yeah, definitely charming. It's a very happy, kind of cheerful game. If you like processes and you like those type of things, and you like getting in Stardew Valley where you start getting like the auto petters and the auto gatherers and those type of things, and you start like automating your processes inside that, this game jumps right off into that very quickly, which I really do enjoy that. Comparable games, I guess I would probably say, mm, I think on this one, I'd probably say Stardew Valley, Harvest Moon. There's a game that I had played in the past. I'm just searching it for it real quick because I just don't remember. A Scrap Mechanic. Scrap Mechanic is made by, I believe, Axolot Games, and Scrap Mechanic is kind of like a free roaming crafting process building. You build robots and assembly lines and cars and vehicles. So Scrap Mechanics is a very similar game to this. The graphic style is different. Scrap Mechanics is more about exploration and that type of stuff, and the graphics are they're different. But it's a very comparable game, I would say, to that. So I would definitely recommend it. Um, I think it's definitely Autonauts is going to be a game that I'm going to go back to a few more times. There's 21 achievements. I haven't unlocked any of them, but like I said, I haven't really played it that long. Um, yeah, I would definitely recommend it. So Autonauts, 5 stars, 2 thumbs up. I don't know what you want to call it. Definitely a cool game. So this is game one out of how many more do I have left that are unplayed? Let me check this dynamic list out. I have 1,122 more games that I need to knock out of my backlog. But we are making progress, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow.